Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to the Diabetes Shield Academy, Module 1, Lesson 1, Foundations for Success. I am your host today, Kevin Shields, and I will be taking you through the Diabetes Shield Academy and helping you navigate through these next weeks for a successful path for you. So today is Module 1, the very beginning, Lesson 1, the foundations for success, because that is what this truly is. You have to build these foundations so that you are successful for the rest of the time in the program. So let's dive into today what we will actually cover. First, we're going to be going over some housekeeping, some very, very important housekeeping notes that are sure to set you up for true success here. Next, we are going to be getting into some common pitfalls that a lot of mistakes that people usually make when it comes to a journey like this. And I want to show you what to avoid and how you can avoid that. Then next, we're going to be going into the key concepts for success here, because believe it or not, just dieting and exercise and sleeping well aren't the key concepts for success. You have to set yourself up in a right fashion to make sure that you succeed, and we are going to be covering those concepts. Next, we're going to be going into the roadmap, the thing that will actually get you to where you want to get to in this program, to help you reverse prediabetes, to lose weight, and to create those healthy habits in your life that you are looking to create that last for the long run. We are going to be going over the roadmap, how you're going to get there. Then we'll finish off with the 5 pillars for reversing prediabetes. So guys, let's dive in. I'm super excited to get this kicked off here. So a couple housekeeping notes. Now, to make sure you understand where you are in the program, we will be checking in. We will be having our weekly coaching calls every single week. Okay. Now, these coaching calls will last anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. They may even possibly extend. We might have some longer coaching calls, if need be, up to an hour, even some video calls. So it's important that we get the software and the technology, out of the way, so you know exactly how we're going to be having these coaching calls. So before your call each week, your coach will review your progress and go over some of your successes, which you guys will be talking about on the call. Now, we will be having all the calls through an application called Zoom. Now, Zoom is a very, very handy little application that you can either download on your computer at the link in the presentation here, zoom.us, or you can download it on your mobile device, so iPad or iPhone or Android, whatever, at the iOS or Google Play Store. Now, your coach, each time you guys have a call, will send you a link to the call. So typically the call will be in my own personal room, which this is the number right here, or it might be a different link, but you can always count on your coach to send you a link that you will follow that will bring you right to your coach. So don't worry about saying, where's the call? Your coach will set that up for you. It will typically be at this number right here. Now, during the call, this is your time to go over whatever you want with your coach. Now, I as your coach will help you through a lot of these things, but there are some important, there's some important information that we have to go through before we can just start, talking about some of the things that you want to talk about. Like, we want to go over some of your key wins, your successes for the week, some of your biggest struggles, to make sure, your progress, to make sure that you're making progress along your journey, and that, we're not just sitting there talking about, cat memes or, something crazy like that. So that is why before each call, you will have a weekly accountability form that must be filled in 2 hours before the call. Okay, if you don't fill in this accountability form, your call may be bumped. You may not be able to get the chance to have the call. And that is what this is about. Every single week, you need the weekly feedback to properly grow and progress. Okay, you can have the program here, but without the feedback, you may just be spinning your wheels. So that is why these calls are so important. So before the call, fill out the accountability form. That is an absolute must. Now, your coach will be giving you the link to do that in a separate email. I'll put the link in the comments below, in the text below. But The most important thing about this accountability form is that you are honest. Like, you expose yourself, you put yourself on blast, because you're only kidding yourself if you tell your coach and tell yourself that you're doing really good when in fact, your progress has been not so good. You have to expose yourself. Okay. And in the accountability form, if there are things that you want to talk with your coach about, you need to ask them very, very specific questions, because you are going to get the best answers from specific questions. So for example, if one of your questions for your coach is, what should I do with my nutrition? That's going to be a very, very vague answer. And we want to stay away from those vague answers where, in fact, or on the other hand, a better, more specific question is going to be, all right, Kevin, I've been working to incorporate some more healthy fats into my diets, but I'm having trouble like at the middle of the day where my energy starts to dip. What recommendations can you make to help me keep my energy up without another cup of coffee? Like, that is a specific question instead of what should I do with my nutrition? So when you are on the call with your coach, make sure that you ask specific questions. You go into this with a very clear-cut objective so your coach can properly help you best. All right. So that is weekly coaching calls. Next up, we have some more housekeeping notes are the communication platforms, which we will be communicating through your time in the program. The first is Trainerize. So Trainerize is going to be the hub where you have access to all your daily workouts. So if you haven't already received a sign-up link for Trainerize, it should be getting to you shortly. And Trainerize is where you can access all your workouts, sets, reps, things like that. This isn't the place where I'm actually going to be showing you how to use Trainerize. I've actually created another technology another technology module to show you how to use Trainerize and how to get workouts, things like that. But only view that, like, don't go off and view that right now. View that once Module 1 is finished, after all these lessons in Module 1 are finished, because this stuff is the most important to get you started, okay? So if you do have Trainerize, you can manage some of your payments if you're set up through Trainerize. And it also has some in-app messaging. So you can do texting, you can send pictures of, your workouts, things like that. Any questions you have, you can shoot through Trainerize. Now, the second piece of communication that we will have is Telegram. Now, Telegram is, you can text through Telegram, text a question to your coach at any time. You can also do voice and video messages. That is why I have this as piece of my coaching program, because voice and video messages are a little bit more personal communication through messaging. You can't really do voice through Trainerize. So, if you have a longer question and you have maybe multiple questions and you don't have the time to type it out, you can leave a voice note where your coach can reply with a longer voice note. Okay, it's a little bit more convenient than just sitting there typing away. So you can download both of those in the Google or the iOS Play Store. And like I said, this isn't the time or place on how to use these apps. I have another module that is already created so that you guys can go ahead and look at how to use those for more further detail. All right. And then next, super, super important. This is the Diabetes Shield VIP, Diabetes Shield Academy VIP Facebook support group. Okay. This is going to be the central hub where you, myself, and the rest of my clients in the program can communicate. So right now the community is small, but it is growing every single week. And the community allows you to be around other people just like you, other women just like you, who are reversing their prediabetes and on a mission to lose weight and create a healthier life. Okay. This group is created to help support you on your journey to reversing your prediabetes or recently diagnosed diabetes. It is your community. Okay. So it is literally, like I said, women only group. Main goals of the people in the group are reverse prediabetes and lose weight. So get in there, because you want to surround yourself with like-minded people who are on a similar journey to you, because I'm going to talk about this. Environment and community is so, so key to success. You're going to be able to learn from each other's wins, from each other's mistakes, support each other, pick each other up, have accountability. I'm going to be coming in there as a coach to, do, weekly trainings, going to be doing lives, Q&As. I'm also going to be bringing in other experts who can help you along your journey, like dietitians, mindset people, people focus more on exercise. I'm even planning on bringing some physicians into the group to actually talk a little bit more about diabetes and prediabetes so that you guys can get the absolute everything you need to succeed in this program. And that is what this group is about. So, tag me, tag other people. Like, this is your open invitation to get people, into your life and into your community to help you with your journey. Okay, that is what this group is all about. So one thing about Facebook, guys, we just spent a couple minutes going over how to communicate with your coach through the different coaching platforms, TrainerEye, Zoom, and Telegram. Please don't message your coach on Facebook because you're probably not going to hear back because, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to get a response in messages. So don't message your coach through Facebook. Use the aforementioned, apps and technology that I just went over. Okay. So if you haven't already got the link to that, get in there and join it. I've put the link to the Facebook community below this video. All right. So let's get into the common pitfalls that many people make the mistake. And this is more of the mindset component and very, very important as we first begin. Okay. So some of the common pitfalls, we got 6 of them. So the first is overthinking. Okay. You are bound to overthink. You're bound to second guess every single decision and becoming paralyzed by too many choices. Okay. So what I call paralysis by analysis. And this is, I see way too many people fail at this because there are so many options available today, as far as diet, as far as exercise programs, et cetera, et cetera. And they get stuck in paralysis by analysis. And this is so easy to do. You got keto, you got intermittent fasting, you got Mediterranean, you got low carb, you got high carb, you got, XYZ, all these different things. You're thinking, ooh, should I do that? Should I do that? Should I do this? Should I do that? And you become so overwhelmed by all the decisions available that you don't pick anything. And you just sit there taking no action. Okay. It's become hard to make a decision. Now, during the academy, we are going to train your mind so that you are decisive and take immediate action. Okay. Because imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. I'm going to say that again. Imperfect action is better than perfect inaction. Okay. We want to reduce the amount of decisions you have to make. That way you don't get decision fatigue. Okay. Because making decisions is a muscle. And if you can make them quickly, you are way more likely to succeed and take action. Now, another pitfall going directly with that is not taking action. And this is sitting around waiting for stuff to happen instead of going out and taking action. Now, if you sit around and just wait for stuff to happen, it will never actually get done. Okay. Plain and simple. I know you know this. Now, you may have struggled with this in the past, or you may be even struggling with it now, but that is okay. In this course, we will be teaching you how to take rapid action and go onward, even if you're unsure. And then course correct, okay? Because it's about taking action now and then course correcting later. That's what it's all about. Now, the next one is so big, okay? And this is another huge mistake that I see people make all the time, ignoring the fundamentals, okay? It's a huge one. It's the classic example of trying to, lay a roof on a house or install the windows in the house when the foundation of the house isn't even laid yet. Okay. But seriously, in real life, people mess this up every single day. For example, they'll focus on the exact times that they should and shouldn't eat. For example, like, oh, I can't have food after 6 p.m. Or, oh, when's the perfect time to have this meal? Or, oh, what type of supplement should I have, when they have not even mastered the basics of calories. Okay. And consistency. Or, another one of my favorites, what type of advanced rep scheme should I, do to do fat loss, when they can't even, get to the gym 2 days a week. All right. So we have to pay attention to the fundamentals. And that is what we are going to be teaching you in this program, and then building off of that so that you can make, these more advanced changes. The next is shiny new objects. Okay. What I call shiny new object syndrome. And it's a huge one. This is being distracted by the shiny new objects that become popular on the internet, TV, or things that you have heard from a friend. Nowadays, we're distracted by literally everything, okay? everything gets put in front of us. Whether we go to the grocery store and see a magazine, go up on the internet and see an ad, go in a Facebook group and hear from a friend what, they're doing for success. A new diet comes out and we immediately think, oh, wow, I need that. Let me tell you, you don't need that. You have everything you need to succeed in this program. And we will go into that in a later module. So don't go off and say, oh, I'm going to try this because, X, Y, Z. You have every single thing that you need to succeed in this program. Next is complaining. Okay, this is a huge pitfall. Now, moaning, whining, or making excuses about not getting results when you're not taking the action needed is not allowed. Okay, this is a huge pitfall. I know it might sound a little militant coming from me, but I honestly say this out of love. Like, I want you to succeed. That is why you are in this program. I love everybody that I bring into this program, and you are here because I know that you can succeed. But that said, by coming into this program, you have to understand that every single thing that happens to you in your life, everything is a result of you. Okay. I understand that bad things happen to good people all the time, but the way in which you respond to that situation is what your current situation looks like. Okay. Because you can change your outlook, you can change your mindset, and you can change how you react to these certain situations. Okay. Everybody in their life knows someone in their life who has, who has achieved something extraordinary under terrible circumstances. So you cannot complain, you cannot moan, whine, or make excuses when you're not taking the action needed. So be grateful that you are alive, that you can invest in yourself, and be especially grateful that you have a continued hunger for success and that you want to improve your life. Then finally, the last one, this is a big one. This is ego. So that thinking that you know best and that you have all the answers like that you're doing now, this will do you no good in this program. Okay, sure, I know you know a lot. You are smart. But remember, you signed up for this program in the first place, and the only way to help you truly succeed is if you're able to detach from your ego and allow an abundance of new knowledge and beliefs about yourself and the world that you're living in to flow in. Okay, so leave the ego at the door. Just drop it right now. We're going to make some serious progress and be open to this progress. Okay? All right, so some key concepts for success. Let's go over these because these are just as important. We talked about what to avoid. Now we want to talk about the concepts for you to succeed. And the first is environment, and creating an environment that is designed for your success and literally set up for you to thrive. So your results are dictated by your environment. For example, you are the average, you heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And this couldn't be more than true. As long as you don't absolutely hate what you do, if you surround yourself with 5 like-minded people, you're going to turn out to be like them. For example, if you move you literally move from where you are in with 5 in-shape personal trainers who are, working out every day and cooking, all this stuff, you are going to start working out, cooking, and, losing weight. Like, guaranteed, you have to. If you move in with 5 couch potatoes that sat around and binge watched Netflix all day, you're going to turn into a couch potato. It's as simple as that. So you need to start surrounding yourself with people in your life who are actually going to bring you up. You need to surround yourself with the people in your life that are bringing you up and cut out the people that are bringing you down. Okay. I know the people and the things that are bringing you down. You have to cut them out. Okay. You have to. Now, I'm not saying go out and, just chop off, family and friends, but you have to really consider putting yourself in. You cannot put yourself in situations that you will fail. It's just not an option. Okay. If people start to ask you, just politely make excuses that you can't do something, and that, that will serve your unhealthy behavior. You just have to, politely say no until they stop asking you. Okay. Because your environment is so key to your success. Like, the most important thing. The next thing is raising the necessity. Okay. This is making the cost of not succeeding greater than the cost of succeeding. Okay. You have to make your pain outweigh your pleasure. Okay. So for example, if you, like what I do for myself, my pain would be seeing my business not succeed and not getting the results for my clients that I know that I can get them. So for example, when I am in the middle of a really hard workout set and I tell, I feel like quitting, I feel like giving up, maybe on rep 10 and I need to get to 15 and I'm, really struggling on rep 10, I tell myself at that 10th rep, Kevin, if you stop now, your clients won't get the results and your business won't succeed. And you know what? Every single time I tell myself that, I push through. Okay, I push through that pain. That's what you have to do. You have to make the cost of not succeeding greater than the cost of succeeding. And you have to find this out on your own. Like, what is it? Is it your kids? Is it your parents? Is it your loved one? Like, make the cost of not succeeding greater than the cost of succeeding. All right, next up, priorities. And this is huge. This is focusing on the things that actually drive results instead of the little things that don't. During your program, you're going to realize that there are certain priorities that you're going to focus on that bring results faster than others. And we will identify these as we go through and work them into your specific lifestyle, but you have to focus on priorities. For example, a priority being meal prep, okay? Taking the time on the weekend to set yourself up for success as far as your diet, okay? Versus a very little priority is vegetable choice, okay? Broccoli or asparagus. You should be spending your time on focusing on meal prep rather than, spending 2 or 3 hours Googling which is better for me, broccoli or asparagus. Because believe it or not, people do it. Okay. You might have been in that situation before. You have to get your priorities straight when it comes to these big things. And we will talk about this as we go further on into the course. The next key concept is audacious action. You have to take daily action on the stuff that matters, like aggressive action, okay? You have to become a doer and take initiative. Now, I will be here along the way to help guide you and point you in the right direction, but unless you are taking continual action, nothing will happen, okay? Because there's two people in life. There's thinkers and there's doers. And then there's both. In this program, we are simplifying the thinking out of everything so that you can take action on the doing. You just have to do it. You have to take action every single day, okay? Now, as you might have been in the situation where you're a thinker, constantly contemplating, should I do this? Should I do that? What if I do this? What will happen? And thinking, 10 steps in ahead, you may be that, okay? No, you have to be a doer, okay? As you progress and as you learn this stuff and as you learn to incorporate these things that we will talk about later on in the program into your life, you will become a thinker and a doer. But for now, you just have to do it and take action, all right? The next is run to your coach. Things will get tough in this program, okay, over the next 16 weeks. But when they do, you have to run to your coach, not away from your coach. Run to the winners and run away from the losers, okay? Now, like I said, this may seem a little militant and harsh, but this program may feel like one of the hardest things that you've done, okay? Changing your lifestyle is going to be hard. Nobody ever said it was going to be easy, but that's okay. That's good. It's meant to push you outside of your comfort zone. It's not anything to be nervous about, I promise. It's just designed to help you succeed. So when the going gets tough, you need to run to your coach, okay? That is why we are here. You don't run away from your coach, all right? You can't curl up in a ball and hide in the corner, ignore emails, ignore check-ins, and not respond. You have to run to your coach when you have an issue, not away, okay? We are here to help you. We are here to help you succeed. I promise that. So reach out to us, okay? The final point of success here is identity. You have to create an absolute new identity. Like you have to become a new person, for one that is successful and then one that deserves to succeed and achieve, okay? And this is so, so important. If you have constantly thought of yourself as the fat kid or, the person who can't ever lose weight or the person who always fails, you will always be that. You have to shift your identity, your way of thinking to I am going to be successful. I am successful. I am lean. I am healthy. I do not have prediabetes. I do not have diabetes. You have to shift this identity because if you don't, you will always go back to your old ways of thinking. So write it down, write these things down. And we're going to be going over this in a later module, but write these things down, like on your fridge, on your bathroom mirror, like everywhere, on your forehead. Like tell yourself what you are, future pace the version of yourself so that you can actually see yourself in this new light. The only thing that's holding you back from living a healthier, leaner, more robust life is your decision to not live that. All right, so important. So these are the key concepts for success in this program and for the rest of your life. You have to, continually make these concepts for success for the rest of your life. And that is what we will be getting into later through this program. All right. So let's talk about the roadmap, how you will achieve and what you're going to be achieving over these next 16 weeks and how it's laid out. All right. So the process is broken down into 3 stages, and I call these the 3 Ps. Okay. These are the 3 Ps of your success, and you might know these already. But the first P is plan. During this phase, we will be assessing where you're currently at, your health, your nutrition, your exercise, your body measurements, all these things. We'll be taking a firm baseline of where you currently are. From here, we have to rewrite the script, the current script that you are living, okay? We have to envision it. We have to create a vision around where you want to go. We have to rewrite it all out and then set milestones that will actually get you there, okay? Because a vision that isn't written down is just a dream. So don't worry about all this yet, and don't start going off and rewriting this stuff. We have the next modules, the next lessons are going to be set up for you to do this. But we are going to be planning out your future, okay? We are going to be legitimately planning this out, setting milestones to get there. At this moment, watching this video right now, like where you currently are, you are in the plan stage, okay? And as we finish up the plan stage and, work this all out, you will be moving to the protect stage, is the next P in the next phase in the program. This is where we will be focusing on the things that actually protect you from diabetes, okay? In this case, it is custom nutrition and exercise program that is going to go along with your goals. That is why you have to, go step by step. We have to plan out your vision, your goals. Then we create a custom nutrition and exercise plan for you. And then we move through, and it has to be step by step. So don't think, oh, I'm going to skip steps. Start with this. So your coach or coaches will be building you out a specifically tailored program to your life that will actually fit in to help you make these lifestyle changes. And this stage is designed to actually last the rest of your life. But we are helping you create the foundations now. We are helping you build the shield that will protect you for the rest of your life. Remember, this phase never stops, okay? You're always going to be, tweaking your nutrition, always going to be working on your exercise plan. You're always going to be upgrading your environment, always decreasing stress and improving your sleep, always improving on these daily habits, okay? You are always working on this phase to build your shield and constantly strengthen it. Finally, we move on to the prevail stage, and this is where you truly succeed and where you get continual success and continual victories. This is where you'll have your weekly check-ins and accountability to make sure you're always, progressing, always succeeding here, where you have your monthly and your weekly check-ins and accountability. You'll be also placed in the community, the Facebook community that is designed for you to succeed and be around other women just like you who are reversing their prediabetes and losing weight, okay? But these 2 stages, protect and prevail, you are always making progress, always continuing to improve, because that is how you continually make lifestyle changes, all right? So guys, that is the roadmap over these next 16 weeks. So let's dive into a little bit further so you can really see what we're going to be covering as far as what type of lifestyle changes we will be making. So these are going to be the 5 pillars for reversing prediabetes. Let's take a look at the shield and see the 5 pillars and see how they all fit in. All right, so this is the shield, guys, and I'm going to really get into this and talk about how this is going to protect you from diabetes. Now, the first pillar in the shield is mindset, or the first point is mindset, okay? This is the first and most important point, because if your mind isn't in it, you will not succeed, period. No ifs, ands, or buts. Your mind has to be all in or nothing else follows. I could literally write you the best diet and training program in the world, but if your mind is not in it, you can say goodbye to any success. You have to truly believe in success here for it to work. You have to see and envision success. And we will be getting into this in later lessons, but the mindset has to be all in. It's just like a car, you know, 4 wheels on a car. If your front left tire is flat, you're not going to get anywhere. Okay. You might get 10 feet down the road, but you're constantly going to spin and eventually going to, you know, fail. So the mindset is number one. The next is nutrition. And nutrition is about 80% of the results, which is why it's up next. So typically nutrition is one of the hardest things to master. But with our customized and personalized approaches to nutrition throughout the program, we will find a way that keeps you on track, makes it sustainable, and most importantly, gets you results. So nutrition is so important in this, and we have this figured out to the science, and it is all custom made for you. The next piece is movement. As humans, our bodies are meant to move. We are creatures of movement. So this is why movement is such a key area that we need to focus on in the program. Now, if it's been a while since you've got some good quality movement, you know, your joints might be a little gunked up, and you're ready to get it back and start moving again, pain-free, remember that movement improves over time. Okay, so we have to get you back to a place where you are thriving in the quality of your movement, having more stamina, strength, becoming more supple, and just overall feeling better. But if it's been a while, don't worry. We're not going to, put you, lifting weights and pumping iron right off the get-go. I promise. We are going to meet you where you're at. Okay, so movement is such a big part of this program. The fourth pillar, or the fourth point of the shield, is recovery. All right, and this isn't just physical recovery like getting massages and, hot, warm bubble baths. This goes way far beyond that. This is the physical, the mental, the stress, the sleep, the nutritional recovery, and so much more. Your recovery dictates the longevity of your results. All right, I'm going to say that again. Your recovery dictates the longevity of your results. You can go full throttle for only so long before you burn out. Pedal to the metal only for so long. You might have experienced this where you've dieted and you've, made all these drastic lifestyle changes. You can only go so long before you burn out if everything else, if, you don't have your recovery in line. That's why recovery is such a crucial part of your long-term success. I may even argue that it's one of the most important pillars to helping you achieve in the long run. So we got our 4 points to the shield, our 4 key pillars. Let's go into the 5th pillar, and this is lifestyle. Okay, last but not least, this is what ties everything together. We have to make all these changes that surround the shield become part of your everyday lifestyle, mindset, nutrition, movement, and recovery. We have to make these all part of your daily lifestyle. They have to all tie together and create this lifestyle change that protects you from diabetes. Because at the end of the day, type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle disease. Okay, it is a lifestyle disease. So you have to build a lifestyle that protects you, that shields you from diabetes. Okay, that is why this program is called the Diabetes Shield. We're helping you build your lifestyle that is the shield against diabetes. So guys, now that we have the 5 pillars of reversing prediabetes, let's kind of review everything that we went over today. So some action items here. This is what I need you to do. If you haven't already downloaded Zoom, Trainerize, or Telegram, please go ahead and do that now. Okay, there are links below if you underneath the training. If you haven't already signed up, there's also a link to the technology setup module, which is in a different training. Okay, but only once you finish module 1 all the way, go back and go through the technology module, because it gives you some clear-cut instructions on how to use each of those. Next up. Join the Facebook community. If you haven't already joined, I've included the link below, a very quick, easy link where you can request to join. So just click the link and then request to join the group. And then myself or another admin will respond and get you in there. And then finally, go ahead and move on to the next section once you've completed these 2 videos, guys. I'm super excited for you guys to get into the Diabetes Shield Academy and start this off strong. I will see you guys in the next session. Take care.